Hello everyone, welcome to another video. In today's video, I would like to talk about another production level concept that is used a lot in product based companies, especially. It's called Kubernetes as a platform. You won't find much information around this or people talking about it a lot in any of the videos that you would have seen. So people will always be talking about Kubernetes and its core concepts, but how it is actually used in companies, you won't find much information around that. So Kubernetes as a platform means that you can still use Kubernetes without actually understanding the core concepts. So when you do this type of deployment, okay, so it means that the core foundation is still Kubernetes, where you want to deploy your application as pods, but you don't have to understand the core concepts of Kubernetes to use it. So we can create this type of platform where anyone who does not understand Kubernetes concepts, he or she can still deploy their application as pods. Okay, so why it is used? Because in companies we want our developers to be, they should be able to deploy their applications without understanding everything, because their job is to write the code and not understand the real infrastructure that is there to deploy their application. So Kubernetes, when we start using it, it does not give any platform by default, so we need to design it on our own. Okay, so if I talk about one real world use case, so I'm going to talk about the way we deploy the application where I'm working right now. So this pipeline I've already explained in one of the videos, and this is the similar pipeline that we also use to deploy our applications. So how the developers are able to deploy this application? So this platform or this type of pipeline has been built by our platform team, and they have given a template. Okay, so they have given a template like this, which can be used by any developer. Okay, so if you see, the template is going to have application name, namespace, the clusters where you want to deploy the application, pod count that you want for your application. If you want to receive any notifications on a Slack channel, then the name of that Slack channel, in which environments you want the application to be deployed, if you want any other team members to be notified about the status of the pipeline. So this is the type of template that the application teams can fill in after following the documentation steps. So what platform team does for us is they're going to build this type of platform, and they're going to create a documentation around the entire platform and all of its configuration, and they will give us the steps also that we can follow to make our application deploy as pod using this pipeline. And for this, the developers do not need to understand how this entire thing works. Okay, they just fill in this template, they push it as a code change in one of the repos. That repo is going to trigger a pipeline, and that pipeline is going to start this entire pipeline. So that's how it works in product based companies, and this is what is called as Kubernetes as a platform, because the core foundation is still Kubernetes. In this pipeline, we are deploying the application as pods in AWS EKS clusters, and we are also using GitOps. Okay, because we have Argo CD also, which is going to continually monitor for any changes in the repo, and whenever any new image is being deployed, it's going to detect it, and it will try to deploy that new image as pod for that particular application. So that's how it works on a very high level. Okay, so this is the concept of Kubernetes as a platform, and it is used a lot in product based companies especially. So now if I talk about a few more things about it, so this is how it's going to look like in a diagram. So this is the main platform capabilities built by the platform team, and this is the type of interface that is given to us, or given to the application team to use it, and they can use the capabilities without understanding the core things of Kubernetes. So they're able to deploy their applications. Okay, so Kubernetes as a platform means Kubernetes as an internal product, not just a container orchestrator. Developers do not deal with pods, nodes, or YAML sprawl. They deploy applications through standardized self-service workflows built on top of Kubernetes like this. Okay, so why we are talking about this? Because it's going to give us safe deployment workflows. It is secure as well, so they take care of security as well. Everything is already taken care by the platform engineering team, so that we don't face any issues, or we don't have inconsistent deployment in terms of security as well. So all that is being taken care by them. We just need to fill out the template, but yes, template fill out, it should be correct as per the given steps. Okay, so without a platform layer, teams slow down and incidents are going to increase. Okay, so we need a good developer experience, we need consistent observability as well. So all this is part of the platform itself. Okay, so as I mentioned, they don't use the core things of Kubernetes, but they're still able to deploy their applications. So if I just talk about a real world type of repo that you will see using Kubernetes as a platform. So once again, I have one video where I've done a hands-on demo on how to use this and how to deploy an application using this entire pipeline, which I just spoke about, and also how to use this type of platform. So if you see this repo here, okay, in charts my app, you have this template and you have these two files. So these two files are fixed for all the applications. Okay, and how it is coming here for the application, it is all coming from this template. When you fill the template, you push it to a GitLab repo. So this template will be stored in one of the GitLab repos here in my case. So whenever any changes are detected there, it's going to trigger another pipeline, which is going to be our main application deployment pipeline. So all these things, if you see, so these things are not written by the developer themselves. They just use this type of template to push, and that template is going to create all these files and folder and structure everything. And all the values that you see, these values especially in the Helm chart, so all these values are coming from that template itself. Okay, so all this is type of automation that is done by the platform team. Okay, so yeah, this is the type of work that we do, and this is going to speed up a lot of things because the developers, they can only focus on their code. They don't have to think about infrastructure. Okay, if any issues arise, we have site reliability engineers to support them there. So it's all GitOps driven deployments. Okay, so we use tools like Argo CD, as I mentioned, to follow the GitOps approach and to do all the deployments. Okay, and as I mentioned, we take care of everything in our platform itself. So resource limits, security policies, any network rules, all these are part of the same platform. Okay, so Kubernetes is treated as a product. The platform is going to be versioned, documented, monitored for adoption. So when you follow this, all this is going to be taken care of. Okay, so generally speaking, this type of platform is built by platform engineers, okay, in general, but in some companies, site reliability engineers can also build this type of platform, or they can at least understand the platform. Okay, so it depends from company to company. So where I am working, so this type of platform is built by the platform engineer, and then it is like handed over to the site reliability engineer, so that they are able to assist the developers, the application teams, that they are able to use this platform to deploy their application successfully. Okay, so that's what we do. So all the templates, the deployment abstractions, Kubernetes upgrades, self-service tooling, by default, it is taken care by the platform engineers team. So why companies do this? Because at scale, you need the developers to move faster. The production should be safer. So it should be standardized. Okay, incidents should reduce, and on-call pains should drop. Okay, so that's why we use this platform, Kubernetes, as a platform. Okay, so just a small concept, but very important, because this is how it is deployed in most of the product based companies. We don't use Kubernetes the way it is now, like, I mean, taught to us, like you create all those different YAML files, deployment file, service file, config map, secrets, ingress, everything. So it is done via this type of platform so that the developers can deploy their application fast and secure, and they have a standard way of deploying all the applications, and not just few. So yeah, that's all I wanted to cover in this video. I do have a lot of playlists around AWS, Linux, Docker. Then I have Terraform projects. I have site reliability engineering, interview question and answers as well. The real world questions I'm talking about. So you can check that out as well on my channel. Okay, I'm going to put the link of all those videos in the description of this video. All right. So yeah, that's all for this one, and I'm going to see you in the next one. Bye for now.